5 or 6 years old when my dad gave me a small pencil box keyboard like a toy. And as a kid, that toy brought me a lot of joy. I would spend hours as a kid just trying to experiment on sounds, keep playing it, hearing it, having fun with it. And as years went by, I told my dad that for every birthday, please make this keyboard bigger and better. And he was sweet enough to do that for me. And as the keyboards got bigger, my interest in them got more serious. You see, at that moment, I didn't realize if it was passion, love, or whatever. But whenever I was playing music, I was extremely happy and felt like I was transported to a world which did not need anybody or anything. It just felt complete. And what is passion? It's a strong sense of desire and ability to pursue something, anything. For me, it was music. And let me tell you how it shaped my life, or what I learned from passion. See, passion is very private, it's very personal. This was my journey with passion, with music. Your journey can be extremely different, but it is you having a conversation with yourself. There is no right, there is no wrong. There is no good and there is no bad. No one judging you, and there's no competition. That is the beauty of passion. It is you discovering yourself in the most intimate way that you can. What else? Scientifically, passion has the potential to rewire your brain. That's interesting. Let me share that with an example. You see, in the 1960s, there was an engineer in America called Dr. Moog. And what Dr. Moog created was a synthesizer which had separate modules. Basically, what it could do is how you patch that keyboard and that synthesizer, a different sound, an oscillator, a filter could generate. So from a machine, you could probably come up with millions of sounds every time you rewired it. So one of my greatest influences in music is Hans Zimmer. I'm sure you guys must have heard of Hans Zimmer. You would have heard his music on films like Dark Knight, Gladiator, Interstellar. And he still uses the Moog synthesizer because not only is he a brilliant composer, he's also known for creating fantastic sound. And just like the Moog synthesizer, ladies and gentlemen, our brains also follow a particular current when we rewire it. So when you do something you love, which is your passion, you will find a current in your brain that will basically show you joy, love, and a feeling of being alive. It is a beautiful feeling. What else did passion teach me? Passion also became my mentor and a friend. I remember I was studying music in the US, in California, and it was heaven. I met people from all over the world. We were jamming up all day, all night, and I did not want to come back to India. But life, ladies and gentlemen, hits you like a speeding train, and things don't go as per plan. I lost my mother. She was terminally ill, and I had to come back within a year of being in America. And after 2 years of fighting battles with the doctors and hospitals, we lost the battle and she passed away. So I was lost, I was angry, I was disillusioned. And in the moment of my darkest hour, I discovered a friend, which was music. I truly believe that not only did music keep me sane, it kept me upright. Also, very interestingly, in those dark moments of my life, I met the director for Khosla Ka Ghosla in Delhi while he was shooting for the film. And he asked me a few questions. He says, Dhruv, have you worked on a film before? Are you familiar with Indian classical music? And do you know any rags? The answer to all those questions were no, sir. And while I was answering that question, I realized that this is the end of the interview, as well as any hope of me being a part of his project. But as luck would have it, he called me back after a few months and we started work on the film. And while we were working, I asked him, sir, why did you hire me back? So he said, Dhruv, it's not your talent or your experience in music that impressed me. You came across as a typical Punjabi Dilli ka londa, which I think the movie needed. So I think he was talking about my brash attitude. So you see, it's not just the music, it's not just music that helped me through my worst phases when my mother was concerned. It also gave me a new direction, a new purpose when I had zero expectations from life. That's what music did for me. I did not do it for music. It was a blessing that music gave me. What else? Once I finished Khosla Ka Ghosla, my director was very happy with our collaboration and gave me Oi Lucky Lucky Oi. I'm sure you've heard of that as well. And I moved to Bombay, and life was good. Honestly, I thought I had cracked the formula of composing good popular music. And how wrong was I? Every time I tried to create music, I fell flat on my face. And that taught me something very profound. You know, creativity cannot be owned. It doesn't belong to you. You cannot use it as will. It'll pass through you, but not to you. See, as an artist, as a musician, all I can really do is enjoy the creative process of composing music. But how will it come across? It's up to you people to decide, the audience, the listeners. You will tell me if it's good or not. And that again taught me something very, very profound. I have to be intelligent enough to understand that all I can really do is create and enjoy. The rest, they say, is in the hands of God. I'm not a poet as such, but I wrote something on this that made a lot of sense to me in Hindi. कामयाबी के सफर में ये क्या हेरा फेरी है कामयाबी के सफर में ये क्या हेरा फेरी है चमकते हम हैं पर रोशनी तेरी है. So you see, all I was actually doing was enjoying the process. I had no plans. I did not want to be a Bollywood movie composer. I did not want to be known or be important enough. I was just enjoying the process of playing music. And doors opened, and I walked through those doors effortlessly. And see, that is the beauty of passion. That is exactly what passion does to you. Which brings me to my next point. Passion does not have to be your profession. You can be students, doctors, lawyers, professionals, parents, and have passion. We've all heard of Mr. Ratan Tata. Apart from being a man of immense integrity, he's also a titan of the business world. And he takes out time for his dogs. He's an avid aviator with a license. And I read somewhere that he's now taking piano lessons. I don't think he's doing that for a career. He's doing that because he's enjoying the process. There's a lot of joy in that. I can tell you out of experience, ladies and gentlemen, that the happiness you will derive from the discovery of your own passion will be far more significant than any material and worldly benefits. And that makes me come to my last point. But if it is your profession, if you do decide to take up your passion as a career like me, then it will not be easy. Passion will be your stepping stone. That's the first step. You will have to back it up with a lot of work, patience, and persistence. You see, all the achievers in life that we've heard of, or we know, or we read of, there is years and years and years of dedication into that one area which is so focused before we start calling them masters. And that kind of intensity, I truly believe, can come only from a place of love. As Steve Jobs said, if you do not love what you do, you will fail at the first sight of failure, or you will give up. The only reason why you would continue or keep moving forward is because you love what you do. So, passion is very private, is very personal, can rewire your brain, becomes a friend and a guide when you need it the most. Creativity cannot be controlled or owned. It is a current that you can be a part of. It doesn't have to be your career, but if it is, it's not going to be easy. So that question that I asked you, that what is it that stopped you from pursuing your passion? I want you to think about that again and feel. Feel the joy, feel the love, feel being alive. Are you going to clap with me? Thank you. Okay, before I end this, I'm getting a little carried away. I could do this all day. But let's consider this to be a part of what I said. You better follow your passion because life is too short and we never know. Kal. Thank you.